Beloved child of heaven, hear these words. You were never wrong to feel what you felt. That stirring in your soul, that unshakable sense that you could not explain. It was not imagination, it was not illusion. It was the whisper of eternity, placed within you by the one who made you. I am sent to tell you that your sixth sense, that inner knowing you tried to silence, was in fact the voice of truth. It was your spirit aligning with what was already written in heaven's book. You doubted yourself, you wrestled with the thought, could this be real? Could this be destiny? Yet deep down you knew, and you were right. The world could not see it. People around you did not understand it. Even your own mind tried to reason it away. But the heart, when touched by the breath of heaven, cannot be silenced. That is why no matter how far they drifted, no matter how much time passed, your spirit never let go. Because love that is ordained is love that is eternal. Yes, beloved, they are your true love. Not by chance, not by accident, but by divine design. Your soul recognized theirs before your lips spoke their name. Your heart knew them long before your hands ever touched. This is no ordinary bond, it is covenant. Do you remember the signs? The moments that made you stop in awe? The dreams that spoke louder than daylight? The sudden peace that filled you when you thought of them? These were not coincidences, they were confirmations. Heaven was showing you what your eyes could not yet see, that this connection was chosen and sacred. But listen carefully, revelation is not the end, it is the beginning. To be shown your true love is not the finish line, but the first step. For with every divine promise comes divine preparation. With every heavenly union comes testing. The enemy fears such love because it carries destiny, and so he seeks to delay it, distract it, even destroy it. That is why the path has not been easy. That is why you have battled loneliness, doubt, and delay. Not because you were wrong, but because you were right. The weight of what you carry is great, and heaven has been shaping you to bear it. So take heart, beloved. You did not mishear. You did not imagine. You did not mistake. Your sixth sense was right all along. They are your true love. Heaven has confirmed it, time has refined it, and your spirit has carried it faithfully. Now the message is this: prepare yourself, for what comes next requires courage. Love revealed is love that must be protected, nurtured, and chosen daily. Do not fear the cost, for heaven fights beside you. Stand firm and know this truth: what God has joined together, no force in heaven or earth can tear apart. Beloved, I speak now with the authority of heaven. Your heart did not lie to you. Your spirit did not deceive you. From the very first moment you felt that undeniable pull, the truth was already alive within you. I tell you, you recognized them not with your eyes, but with your soul. You knew them not from the surface of this world, but from the depths of eternity. For before time began, your Creator wove your destinies together, and your spirits have been echoing ever since. This is why you felt such a strange mixture of fear and peace when they entered your life. Fear, because the weight of destiny is heavy. Peace, because your spirit recognized its counterpart. Do you see? That is why you could not explain it to others. That is why no one around you understood. They saw only the surface, but you felt the eternal. The world may call it chemistry, chance, or coincidence. But I tell you, this is covenant. The bond you carry is not of the flesh only, it is of the spirit. And what is born of the spirit cannot be undone by flesh and blood. Think back to the signs heaven has already given you. Were you not visited in dreams? Were you not guided by patterns, numbers, moments so aligned they left you in awe? Did your heart not leap in ways logic could not control? These were not fantasies. These were confirmations. The Eternal Father allowed glimpses of destiny to break into your present so that you would hold on, even when the path grew dark. But hear this clearly: revelation is a sword. It cuts away doubt, yes, but it also pierces your comfort. To be shown the truth is to be called into responsibility. For once you know, you cannot unknow. Once you have seen, you cannot unsee. That is why the enemy has fought you so fiercely. That is why confusion, fear, and distraction rose against you like storms. The adversary does not waste his energy on ordinary love, but he trembles at divine covenant. For covenant births destiny. Covenant shakes generations. Covenant multiplies light in a dark world. And so your knowing has been tested. Time was stretched. Doubt was planted. Delays piled up. Yet through it all, the voice within did not die. That is proof that this love is more than desire. It is design. Beloved child, I speak with fire from heaven. Your sixth sense was right. They are your true love. The one your soul recognized. The one your prayers reached unknowingly. The one who carries a part of your calling within them. But listen closely now. The revelation is not the fulfillment. You are standing at the gate, but the walk-through requires courage, faith, and endurance. Do not believe that love ordained by heaven comes without resistance. No, it is sharpened by fire. Just as gold is refined in heat, so too divine love is purified through trials. Take heart. You have not been abandoned in this journey. The hosts of heaven war over you, and the one who wrote your story has not changed his mind. True love has been revealed to you, but revelation is only the beginning. Prepare, for what comes next will demand more of you than you have ever given, but it will also reward you beyond what you have ever dreamed. Beloved child of the Most High, hear me clearly. Delay is not denial. Silence is not abandonment. Waiting is not rejection. What you called delay was in truth divine protection and preparation. You asked, if they are my true love, why is the path so long, so uncertain, so filled with detours and pain? And I, Michael, warrior of heaven, answer you now. It is because the weight of covenant requires the weight of readiness. The love ordained for you was never meant to be fragile. It was not written to be shallow or passing. It was destined to be an eternal bond, strong enough to withstand storms, radiant enough to outshine darkness, and fertile enough to birth purpose and legacy. Such love cannot be rushed. Consider this, a seed planted must go into the dark earth before it sees the light of day. It must be watered, tested by the elements, broken open before life can spring forth. If the seed were forced to grow before its time, it would wither. So it is with love. Heaven covered your love in waiting, not to deny you, but to protect what was sacred from premature destruction. Do you not remember the wilderness of Israel? The promised land was theirs, yet they wandered 40 years because their hearts were not ready to possess what God had promised. In the same way, the land of your love was already prepared, flowing with milk and honey, but the hearts had to be refined. I tell you, there were wounds to heal, fears to confront, chains to break. If union had come too soon, those unhealed places would have poisoned the covenant. Old scars would have spoken louder than love. Insecurity would have drowned trust. Pride would have crushed humility. And so the Eternal Father, in mercy, delayed what was already yours until you both could carry it with honor. You called it loneliness, but heaven called it training. You called it heartbreak, but heaven called it refining. You called it silence, but heaven called it pruning. Every tear you cried in waiting watered the soil of your future. Every prayer you whispered in the night built the foundation of the bond. And know this, the one you love was not untouched by this process. They too have been walking through fire. They too have been wrestling with their own shadows, breaking free from chains, learning lessons that no one else could teach them. Do not think that heaven worked only in you. No, beloved, the Father was shaping them also. For true love is not two broken people clinging desperately to survive. True love is two whole souls, refined in fire, choosing covenant with eyes wide open. This is why it took time. This is why it felt like delay. Heaven was ensuring that when your paths align in fullness, nothing and no one would be able to tear it apart. Do you see, beloved, why the warfare was so fierce? Why confusion, fear, and obstacles rose like walls before you? It is because the adversary knows what your love carries. He trembles at the thought of your union, because he knows that together you are not just lovers, but warriors. Together you are not just partners, but kingdom builders. Together you are not just a couple, but a covenant that births light into generations. This is why the road seemed harder than others. You were entrusted with more, and so you were tested more. Do not mistake your battles as signs of failure, they were confirmations of your calling. And now hear this prophetic word, the delay has accomplished its work. The waiting has not been wasted. The fire has purified, the silence has strengthened, the distance has deepened longing and faith. The time of hiddenness is drawing to its close, and the unveiling is near. Take courage, for heaven has not forgotten the promise. The Father has not withdrawn his hand. Every second of delay was a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your love story. Beloved, do not despise the waiting. For the waiting has prepared you. And now, when the covenant comes into fullness, you will not only cherish it, you will protect it, honor it, and walk in it with the strength of one who knows what it costs to receive it. The delay was love. The delay was mercy. The delay was divine design. And now, the time is at hand. Beloved, you have seen the signs. You have carried the knowing. You have endured the delay. Now heaven speaks clearly. The time has come for courage. Do you not know? True love is not a soft melody sung without resistance. It is a trumpet that shakes the heavens and rattles the gates of hell. The covenant you carry will be opposed, for the adversary fears what you and your true love will become together. He fears your union because it is not merely romance, it is warfare, it is light, it is legacy. That is why fear whispers in the night. That is why doubt creeps into your thoughts. That is why obstacles rise like giants before you. But I, Michael, commander of angelic hosts, speak this into your spirit. Do not fear. Be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. Courage, beloved, is not the absence of fear, it is the refusal to bow to it. Courage is standing when everything around you shakes. Courage is choosing love even when wounds from the past tempt you to hide. Courage is believing heaven's word over the enemy's lies. You will be asked to lay down your pride. For pride builds walls that keep love out. You will be asked to forgive, not once, but many times. For forgiveness is the soil where covenant grows. You will be asked to trust, even when the path ahead is fogged with uncertainty. For trust is the bridge that carries you into promise. Hear me. The courage required of you is not ordinary. It is holy courage. It is the kind that Abraham carried when he left his homeland, not knowing where he was going. It is the kind Ruth carried when she said, "Where you go I will go, where you stay I will stay." It is the kind Esther carried when she stood before the king at the risk of her life, declaring, "If I perish, I perish." You too are called to such courage. Because what is at stake is greater than comfort. It is destiny. Yes, there will be voices that rise against you. Some will not understand. Some will mock. Some will speak lies to turn your heart away. But you must stand firm. Your love was not given by them, and it cannot be taken by them. Heaven itself sealed this bond. I tell you plainly, courage will require sacrifice. You may need to release old ties, walk away from familiar places, or let go of what no longer serves your destiny. But know this, whatever you surrender for the sake of true love will be repaid with abundance. For the Eternal Father withholds no good thing from those who walk uprightly. Courage also means fighting for what has been entrusted to you. When storms come, and they will, do not run. Stand hand in hand with the one given to you and declare, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Let your love be a fortress, not easily shaken, not quickly abandoned. Do not forget, you are not alone in this. The hosts of heaven surround you. Angels war over your covenant. I myself stand with my sword drawn against the forces that seek to divide you. But your will must align with heaven's. Your choice must agree with destiny. For even promises require participation. Beloved, the time of hiding is over. The time of fear is finished. This is your call to courage. Rise. Believe. Love without retreat. Walk boldly into what heaven has written. And remember this eternal truth. The enemy roars, but he cannot devour what heaven protects. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And the love ordained for you cannot be broken, if you will only have the courage to walk in it. So I, Michael, speak this command: be strong. Be courageous. Face what comes. For the Lord himself goes before you, and this love, your true love, will not be shaken. Beloved child of heaven, you have heard the whisper, you have carried the knowing, you have endured the delay, and you have been summoned into courage. Now I, Michael, declare to you what comes next. Understand this: revelation does not end with recognition. It begins with responsibility. To be shown your true love is to be invited into a holy assignment. What comes next is not simply the joy of union, but the stewardship of covenant. The Eternal Father does not reveal without purpose. If he has brought this truth to light, it is because the season has come for you to prepare, to rise, and to walk into the fullness of what has been promised. And so I speak plainly: what comes next will unfold in these steps. 1. Healing together. The first step of covenant is healing. You have walked through valleys alone, now you will walk through valleys together. This means you must allow love to touch the places you once kept hidden. The wounds of the past will not vanish simply because union has arrived. No, they must be brought into the light, where love can cover them and truth can restore them. Do not run from this process. For it is written, confess your faults one to another, and pray for one another, that you may be healed. James 5 verse 16. Healing together will require humility, honesty, and patience. But it will also birth unbreakable trust. 2. Alignment with purpose. Beloved, true love is not only about two hearts, it is about heaven's assignment. You are not simply being joined to ease loneliness, but to fulfill a greater mission. Together, your voices will echo louder. Together, your prayers will pierce deeper. Together, your lives will birth a legacy that could never be accomplished alone. So what comes next is alignment. Seek heaven for the purpose of your union. Ask, Lord, why have you brought us together? For when you discover the mission behind the love, you will understand the power of the covenant. 3. Facing opposition. Do not think the enemy will sit silently as your union is revealed. No, beloved, he will rise again. But this time, you will not face him as one, you will face him as two. And I, Michael, with the host of heaven, will war on your behalf. Remember this: storms will come. Misunderstandings may arise. Trials may test your patience. But do not be alarmed. For every battle is an opportunity to strengthen the bond. Every resistance is proof of the power you carry. What God has joined together, let no one separate. Mark 10 verse 9. 4. Choosing daily. What comes next is not a single decision, but 1,000 daily ones. Love is not a flame that burns without tending, it is a fire that must be fed. Every sunrise, you will have a choice: to honor, to forgive, to protect, to believe. Some days it will feel effortless, other days it will feel like war. But remember, beloved, covenant is not built on feelings, but on choice. Even in the hardest moments, say to yourself, this is the one heaven gave me. This is the one my soul recognized. I choose them again today. Such faithfulness will anchor you through every storm. 5. Trusting the divine timing. Even now, you may feel the urgency of destiny stirring within you. But hear me, do not rush the unfolding. What heaven ordains, heaven also times. If you try to grasp it before the appointed hour, you will strain the gift. Wait for the divine rhythm. Walk step by step. Trust that the one who began this story knows how to complete it. As it is written, he has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11. Beloved, these are the things that come next: healing, alignment, opposition, choosing daily, and trusting heaven's timing. Do not fear any of them, for none of these are punishments. They are the natural unfolding of divine covenant. And know this: You will not walk this road alone. The Spirit of God will guide you. Angels will guard you. Heaven will sustain you. And I, Michael, remain a warrior by your side. So lift your head high. The time of revelation has passed. The time of delay has ended. The time of courage is upon you. And now, the time of covenant begins. Walk boldly, beloved, for what comes next is nothing less than the destiny your soul has been longing for. Beloved, you have walked with me through revelation, delay, courage, and the unfolding of covenant. You have seen with the eyes of your spirit that what you felt deep within, that knowing you could never explain, was not a lie. It was truth. It was destiny speaking before your mind could understand. You have been shown that your sixth sense, that inner whisper, was in fact the echo of heaven's design. You were not imagining. You were not mistaken. You were discerning. And the one your soul recognized is indeed your true love. But hear me once more, the revelation is not the end of the story, it is the doorway. And now you stand on holy ground, called not only to rejoice in what has been revealed, but to rise in faith for what comes next. Yes, the journey has been long. Yes, the waiting has been heavy. Yes, the tears have been many. But I tell you with the authority of the Most High, not one moment has been wasted. Every tear has watered your harvest. Every prayer has built your altar. Every delay has refined your strength. And now, the time of promise is at hand. Do not let fear silence you. Do not let doubt chain you. Do not let the voices of men outweigh the voice of God. For what is coming is sacred, and it requires your courage, your patience, and your faith. Beloved, know this, heaven rejoices over you. Your Father delights in you. And the covenant prepared for you will not be stolen, for the hosts of heaven surround it. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are chosen. So I, Michael, leave you with this charge. Rise and walk boldly. Choose love daily. Guard your covenant fiercely. Trust heaven's timing completely. And when storms come, remember, you do not stand alone. The armies of heaven march beside you, and the Spirit of the living God dwells within you. The world will forget words, but it will never forget the testimony of your love. For it will be a light to others, a beacon in the darkness, a living witness that what God ordains cannot be undone. And so I seal this message with fire from heaven. Your knowing was right. Your heart did not deceive you. Your true love is real. And your story is only beginning. Walk in peace, beloved. Walk in faith. Walk in the unshakable certainty that the author of love himself holds your future. And as long as he reigns, no power in heaven, on earth, or under the earth can destroy what he has joined. This is my message. This is my command. This is your truth. Go forth, and let love, your true love, shine as the crown of your destiny. Amen.